Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode. My name is Ferenike, and this is a place where we discuss about how to improve the quality of our lives and how can we make the most out of what we have and feel joyful and happy. Now, I've got a few questions from you with regards to how to increase the quality of our lives with regards to our finances. And I want to dedicate this video to you because I think it's very, very important a topic to address. So, we have a philosophy and a set of beliefs about each and every area of our lives. We have a certain philosophy about career, about friendships, about love, about relationships, but we also have a certain philosophy or a set of beliefs around money and finances. That is more often than not inherited from our parents and our grandparents and the people we grew up with. So if you see similarities in the ways that you think about money with you and your parents, it's not surprising at all. So now the problem is, or what we need to do is, first of all, to examine that belief system and those beliefs that we have around money and what we think about around money. And then the second thing is to examine and think about how we feel about money. It's the one thing that what we think about money, and the second thing is how we feel about money, because there's a very, very different story between the two. And I just want to talk about the 5 basic things that wealthy people do different from poor people. So wealthy people, first of all, they take 100% full responsibility for their own financial situation. They know that they're 100% responsible for the amount they earn. Where poor people, they tend to blame other people, external circumstances, the government for the taxes and their employer, and other people for their own financial situation, which is very basic, but still I see it a lot, so just get it out of the way. That is the first one. Second thing is that wealthy people are very good, they feel very good when they pay. So when there's a bill due or that they go somewhere and they have to pay something, they just feel in control and they just pay what is due. No much hassle, nothing, they just feel good about it. There's nothing else. Where poor people, every time they have to pay something, they feel a bit of a tension in their body, and they just there's a bit of a difficulty there. And that is, as a result, the vibration of the body that they send out, and as a result, they don't tend to attract more wealth. Where wealthy people, because they feel good and their vibration of their body is good, is positive, that's why they attract more wealth into their life. Just mind-blowing, isn't it? It's the same with everything in life, but that's those little things. So when we feel good about money, and I know you might say that, for poor people it's harder to feel good about money if you don't have enough, but you need to feel thankful for what you have in order for life to allocate you more, or to handle you more. So the third thing that's very important is that wealthy people are very good at paying themselves first. So first of all, when they receive their income, they never have one source of income. Wealthy people have more than one source of income, but when they receive their income, they pay themselves first. So they decide that they allocate the 20% of their income, or 10% or 15% of their income, to their financial freedom fund, and that is a place or a different account or a separate fund where it's just for them and for the future, and they never touch that money. They just let the power of compounding take over. And that is sort of the most important decisions. If you just not take anything of this video, you don't decide to do anything, just make that decision that a percentage of your income goes into a separate account that you never touch, and you let the power of compounding take over. So that is something very, very important that poor people don't do, and they just go along and they never save sort of a percentage of the salary for themselves. So the fourth thing that wealthy people do differently from poor people is they manage their money a lot more effectively. They have a plan, they have a budgeting plan, and they just go along with that. Where poor people, they just go along and spend as they please. So as a result, wealthy people feel in control of their money. So money is just a useful tool for them to, live a better life, where for poor people feel overwhelmed and they never actually take control of their financial situation, and they just let money take over control of them. So that is a different philosophy and a different mentality of wealthy people versus poor people. So also wealthy people, they budget. For example, they say 10% of my salary goes on long-term savings, or another 10% goes on my education and my personal development, and 10% goes to charity, for example. So they have allocate sort of different budgets for different purposes, and they stick to that, and that is something very, very usual, so that they manage their income and their investing. So 10% also might go to investing, right? And they sort of create a diversified portfolio where they invest in things that they feel good about, or they feel they know they have a really good knowledge in that respect, in that area. So it's very important to identify those, and also to understand that investing is something you do to increase the quality of your life. Again, you don't do it to feel stressed or any of that, because I hear that as an excuse that some people have. I don't want to feel stressed about my money, I just want to feel safe. So investing, you can still feel safe about investing. It depends on where you decide to invest. And the last and fifth sort of difference between the wealthy and the poor mentality is that poor people say, I get paid £50 per hour. Wealthy people know that that's not true. You don't get paid £50 per hour. You get paid £50 for the value you add to the marketplace within an hour. And that's a whole different story, isn't it? Because it's very different to think that I give time to get money, and it's very different mentality to think that I actually add value to the marketplace. And the question is, how can I add more value to the marketplace in order for me to increase my income? And that is a different sort of mentality and mindset as well. So that's the main 5 things that I wanted to share with you. Let me know what you think about it, and let me know if you have any questions. Tomorrow I'm actually flying to Greece, Sunday, tomorrow. So I am looking forward to see some of you in person. And other than that, I will see you again next Sunday. Until then, take care of yourself and take care of yourself.